Could be.
No. What I'm talking about is Masaya Nakamura, known as the father of Pac-Man, has passed away at age 91.
Which ghost did he turn into?
Cyan. Yeah, of course. Didn't think I was ready for that one.
Would that be Inky?
No, it's Clyde.
That's Clyde?
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy created Pac-Man.
Well, no, he founded Namco.
And that was the company that founded Pac-Man.
Yes, Pac-Man was one of their first video game products, and also one of the biggest at the time.
It's still huge, yeah.
Oh yeah. When he founded Namco, it was just two mechanical horses. Like those coin-operated ones you find like outside a supermarket. Oh, right.
Yeah, you put like 25 cents in, and it shakes for like 15 seconds. You know what I mean? One of those.
A couple of those on top of a what do you call it? A department store.
No.
Yeah. So from there, those ultra humble, ultra whack beginnings is where
early lessons in disappointment.
Yeah. And it was. Pac-Man, and I was the name came from the sound it made too.
Yeah. I've actually got that.
Was it,
It's from he chose the word pak or paku in Japanese to represent the sound.
Okay.
Now, for me, that always went waka 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 waka. I don't know, whack band wouldn't really sell that well.
No, probably not.
So,
yeah, and there's this whole thing. It was originally supposed to be Puck-Man, and then the Japanese translation. I'm like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong and you're horrible. It started off, as I mentioned, with the two mechanical horses, but then they went on to develop video games and things like Pac-Man at a time when their main competition wasn't that complex, and also the field wasn't that fleshed out. So a simple game you could jump into and didn't have to learn complicated rules, and things like Pac-Man really took off.
Yeah, it's very simple, but it's so addicting too. That game, you know what I mean? And there's people that have gotten the perfect Pac-Man game. Was it Billy Mitchell's one of those guys? Billy Mitchell's got one of those, which is he's such an over-the-top character in gaming. Everyone knows that guy. He hucks buffalo sauce, and he's the greatest gamer of all time.
Yeah.
But
you hear the vitriol.
Yeah, exactly. And this guy we don't know. He just plays video games, and he's a weirdo. He's got this long, weird mullet.
His legend has carried on.
Okay? Yeah. But getting a perfect Pac-Man game is thinking about how difficult that game is. You know what I mean? Totally. It's just the levels get further and further on.
Well, to this day, it's all
I couldn't imagine.
To this day, I can't do it.
No, absolutely. You know what I mean? I think once you get older, you know what I mean, and it just gets worse. You know what I mean? You think you can sink some time into it, and you get better and better. But after a certain point in your life, you're just not going to develop that.
Well, my self-respect can only take so much. I mean, after a while, grown ass man, I'm gonna get it this time.
And that's what you think about it. You're like, what did I do with the last 6 or 7 hours of my life? Oh my god, yes, try to get these last 2 boards of Pac-Man. Yeah.
If you're like me and you've mostly played Pac-Man on terrible machines at laundromats, I can do a quick plug for Bitbar. Bitbar had a very nice Pac-Man machine. You cannot blame the joystick there.
Yeah, sometimes the joystick. You're like, this joystick sucks. Yeah, it's not you. Of course, it's always the joystick. You know what I mean? Every time I lose to anybody on any game, it's always the joystick.
If you go to Bitbar, you'll learn the truth.
Yeah, friends of the show, Bitbar, right here in lovely Salem, Massachusetts. Check them out, bitbar.com. But yeah, no, dude. I mean, sometimes it was the freaking controller because
some
punk kid got on earlier in the day, spilled orangeade on the sucker, and let that dry. So now I'm sitting there, the punch button is stuck down.
Well, sometimes
I can't jump because the damn thing's been rocked so hard by
sometimes you get that like weird thumb pain too because your callus hasn't really quite developed in that spot, so you try to use the different part of your thumb just because it's hurting so bad on the other side, and you slip off, you know what I mean? So that's only from serious time.
All through high school, my palms were a different color, and we'll attribute that to video games.
For other,
we will give that to video
I've clearly tapped a nerve here.
No, it's legit, but okay, so like I said, Pac-Man became a huge hit. It was also notable for being a non-violent game. Non-violent game that was challenging enough to hook players in, and as you mentioned, for hours on end.
Well, I mean, unless you're a ghost.
Yeah, but they came back.
That's true.
Yeah, but they came back for their revenge, and that's why we got Ghostbusters.
Yeah. They were double ghosts. So was it in this?
Well, hold on a second. I mentioned the hours thing because Pac-Man to date holds the Guinness World Record for most hours played in a single game. And I don't mean like one game. I mean like a game. Series, franchise, anything.
How do they calculate
estimated
that?
over 10 billion hours.
Wow.
I think it's just time and longevity of the game. Yeah.
That's crazy.
10 billion hours,
man. That's a crazy thing to think about, like just like an estimate. Like you can have a record based on an estimate. You know what I mean, though? Because there's no like actual proof there that people have played that much. You know what I mean?
SOB who has to sit there and count out every hour,
or make an estimate. It could just be a blind guess,
like,
too,
what's
right?
10 billion divided by 24?
But I want you to sit here and do the math in your head.
And was this guy? Was he in?
No calculator. No.
Was he in Pixel, the Adam Sandler movie?
No, that wasn't actually him.
Wasn't that wasn't actually him?
I didn't
watch it.
That actor was supposed to be dang it, I know the guy's name, Iwata, and the last name starts with a T. I forget, but the actual guy who created Pac-Man. Created Pac-Man, and Nakamura was the co-creator. He was the founder of the company. They gave him the resources and the opportunity, and then co-created the character. Basically, he was like the Bill Finger to Iwata's Bob Kane.
Okay.
If anyone who gets that reference, it makes perfect sense. To anyone who doesn't, Bob Kane is credited as the creator of Batman, but Bill Finger's the one who gave him like the creative design and all that stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. Gave him the tools.
Oh, totally. And he's they attribute his business sense and him being a key player with Namco's growth over the years. Namco's global growth, which brought them outside of just regular traditional games. They're responsible for series such as the Ridge Racer series, one of my personal favorites. I love racing games. Also, Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sure, yeah, big time.
Which I was undefeated until I actually faced somebody in this room who shall go nameless.
That would be me.
Quiet you.
I always liked the Pac-Man conversation in Wayne's World.
Yes.
Like, it was, what's the difference between Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man, really? Well, Miss Pac-Man has a boner. Get out of town! Meanwhile, he's holding up the cue cards like, this man blows goats. I have proof.
It's beautiful because it's true.
Get out of town! No, really, yeah.
Alright, well, Nakamura's pet saying was that his company delivered varied and total entertainment. He took pride in having fun and games for his job. The company reported Nakamura's death, but would not comment on what he actually died of. I'm guessing old age at 91.
I think he just turned into devil.
I'm guessing he didn't get that last pellet.
Yeah.
You know, so the ghost.
I'm guessing you just heard boo 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 boo.
Yeah, that's the sound it made.
I would love for that too. His last words were just.
I want my last sound to be like the sound in was it The Price is Right?
Oh,
that's
Phil.
Yeah.
I would love for just a friend of mine to be within earshot, know I'm going out, and just be like, Snake.
I got you.
Thank you.
I got you, dude.
Good friends.
I will do that for you. I will do that for you.
All right, so, dang, I mean, there's not much more to say. He touched us all.
Yeah.
You know, Masaya Nakamura, father of Pac-Man,
still huge,
founder of Namco,
Pac-Dad.
If there's a Pac-Man video game in like any room, like any pizza place or whatever like that, I'm gonna go and spend at least like $2 or $3 in quarters playing there for like 20 minutes. You know,
honor and respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We should stop at Bit Bar on our way home.
Definitely.
Pay some respects. Yeah.
All right, Masaya Nakamura, rest in peace, sir.